In Laravel, when we install Laravel Breeze, it creates simple authentication system where the login system is based on email and password. But how much work it would require to change this from email to username? So in this video I am going to show you how you can change this email to username. Let's get started. First of all, we need to change this in the blade file, and the same thing goes for the register file as well. We need to add here username. So let's add. We will start from the register.blade.php, and here after name we will add username as well, and this will be username, and this is username, and the text is also username, id is also username, and type is text, name is username, old username, and that's it. If I refresh, it will add the username. Let's add some margin top, of 4, and yes, that's it. Now let's add this to the register user controller. So register user controller, here we need to validate this. So username is a text and string, that's it, and then we need to add it here, username, and that's it. Now we need to add this to the migration as well. So create user migration, and here we need to add username, and then we need to add this to the user model to fillable, so that we can fill this from the form, and that's it. Now we need to add this to login blade file. So login, search, and here instead of email I want this to be username, and the text should be also username, and id is username, and type is instead of email it is text, and name is username, old username. We need to exchange this. Let's go to the authenticated session controller, and here we need to go to the login request file, and here we need to change this from email to username, and it is not email, so we need to remove this, and from here to username, and from here also to username, and I think here as well. And from here also to username. Let's search that we did not left anything here. It's done. Now let's remigrate the migrations, because we might make some changes. Migrate fresh, and hit enter. Now it is done. So let's go back to this and refresh, and let's add some pack user. This is our username, so copy this, and the password is I think password, and it works. Now let's log out and log in with that. So I passed the username and the password. So we did something wrong, so let's check the username, login controller. This is fine. Here we are saving the username as name, but it is username. And if I save, and let's exit this, refresh the migration, and I think this should work now. Let's go back and register another user. I will use fake filler and some fake username and the same password, and I will click on register. I'm registered. Now let's log in with that username and password, and let's see it worked. So that's how you can change your by default registration from email to username and password in Laravel.